Boxers to the ring, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a finals bout contested in the cadet male 66 kilo division. In the red corner, representing Canterbury Boxing Association, Suli Iketau.
He's fighting out of the
and in the blue corner,
representing
Hawke's Bay Boxing Association, Hadley McDougal.
Hadley's trained by his father, Craig.
Is John Ensor.
So again, these rounds are only 1.5 minutes, so they don't do anything by halves. They literally come out with ever-ready batteries in their back and just rip into it.
And that's what we love about these 1.5s. It's a quick sprint. They don't save too much for the road home because they have to charge forward and throw it all out there in these quick rounds.
Now Suli is a southpaw, and Hadley is, we've been told, is orthodox. Now there's a distinct height advantage here.
Interesting enough, we saw a fight earlier where the southpaw was taller and aggressive. We're seeing in this fight that the southpaw is the shorter of the two. Let's see how the taller fighter Hadley counteracts this. Interesting to see, he's just jabbing out. He's a bit more busy. Southpaw there, Suli there in the red.
And if Hadley just is able to keep that reach, that he's advantage that he's got, stay in the centre of the ring, and make Suli actually work hard for it.
And I'm liking Suli's movement here. He's in and out. He's not getting too close. He's just feeling Hadley out. So it would be a really, really good round, I think.
I think it's also important to mention Suli is a 220 South Island Golden Glove champ against Hadley, who's a two-time North Island Golden Glove champ. So both these boys have certainly got the accolades. Let's see how they go now with just under 45 to go.
Suli has let us know that he'd like to put a shout out to his mum and dad and family down in Burnham.
Always interesting too, seeing a Southpaw orthodox. What do you say, Manny, when you are fighting in there? Because you being a Southpaw? Sorry, an orthodox fighter? So what do you say when you're fighting a Southpaw?
So I've always tried to get on the outside of them and just change their angles because they are quite awkward to box against. But I found just getting on the outside of them, moving in and out, it makes it a little bit easier for you. So I think Hadley here is doing the right thing, just moving in and out, keeping his jab busy, and then that's causing some problems here for Suli.
You know, you can train too for a southpaw, but it makes things that much more tricky when they switch hip and do different things. He almost did a switch stance there, but didn't quite commit. But busy round, too close to call. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from the southpaw Suli.
Yeah, well, Hadley's has, I was just having a look here, New Zealand Golden Gloves cadet champion back last year in the 66 kg 2020. Now, I know we might sound like we're repeating ourselves, but we are getting asked a lot. Why are we saying is that the 2020 New Zealand Amateur Boxing Championships, it's quite simple. A horrible thing called COVID hit the world, and the championships had to be put off until 2021. So there will actually be 2 championships this year. One, the next one, date I don't think has yet been confirmed, but it is definitely going to be held in Whanganui. So, but date as yet not confirmed. So we haven't lost our marbles.
Seconds out, round 2.
We are
you sure?
Well, actually, good point. Ask me that tomorrow night.
We're talking a lot about this, and when the poster came out, you know, we had a few calls. We had a few people say, 2020, it's 2021, what's going on here?
Yeah, no, I think a few people reached out to us and said, no, have you got this wrong? We said, no, COVID. So I think we're pretty lucky to have 2 nationals here this year. So we'll see these boxers again, no doubt.
Suli starting aggressively, but Hadley's had a bit of a kickstart. He's coming out now with the jab. Should be using that reach. You know, he is the taller fighter. It is harder against the southpaw, but he's got that reach, and he should be taking advantage of it.
May not be as noticeable on our screens, on your screen at home or your computer, but here in the ring, or just looking down on it, it's quite obvious that Hadley's got that height advantage and the reach, but he's just got to start using it a little bit more. He's going to get clipped.
Well, he did start using it, and he is starting to throw a bit more. That uppercut, they're straightforward punches. It's good. You know, whatever the coach said in the middle of the round, he's listening. But you know, Suli's closing the distance. He's exploding, and he has to because he is the shorter fighter. Just missing there with the left.
And again, Suli's just really moving his feet well. He's in and out, he's moving his head, he's moving his shoulders, so it's making it hard for Hadley to get to him, but I think this is really going well.
20 seconds again. I mean, these rounds are absolutely flying by. Another close round. Hard to call. 10-second clapper. Beautiful finish here from Hadley.
Nice exchange, really nice exchange there.
And that, you know, Manny, speaking from experience, you know in that last 10-20 seconds, the way you throw, the aggression can help you win that round.
Yeah, that's right. And I think sometimes the judges are looking for who's the more aggressive, and sometimes they're looking for just the clean shots and the movement. So in those last 10 seconds, you just really let it go and see what you can land.
Hey, and speaking of that, Hadley certainly did that in that last 10-20 seconds.
He definitely did.
So 18 bouts for you as an amateur?
Yes, 18 bouts, yes.
And you're climbing back into it again?
Yeah, so I had a wee break over university, and I decided that I'm going to come back, and I'm cutting weight at the moment and looking at that 69 kg category, which I was telling Isaac earlier, and they're looking hot. So it's going to be a good few months of getting training in.
Well,
seconds out.
Isaac,
Round
it was, we were talking about it. So was that Christmas with too much pavlova and ham sandwiches?
Yeah, that may have played a part of it.
Oh, hat off to you. I mean, we're talking to Troy earlier. She had to cut that. All the fighters. Did you actually hold off from the Christmas cake and Pav?
Oh, a little bit. You know, you've got to enjoy yourself. But I did start training. I think Boxing Day I went out for a bit of a run and then started getting into shape. But yeah, still managed to get my fingers into some pavlova.
Well, this is the final round with Hadley, McDougal, and Suli. Iketau.
Championship fight, championship round. Who wants to take away the NZ title? Who's it going to be? Suli in the red or Hadley in blue? Fairly contentious fight, very even so far. But I am seeing Hadley come forward, slightly edge forward on the points perhaps.
And the boys from Canterbury will start getting very, very vocal in about 10 seconds flat.
Yeah, I bet.
Their voices start to be heard.
Big crowd from the Cantabrians. I'm sure a lot of people are watching down south as well. Here on Sky Sport next, 30 seconds to go. Who wants this more? Suli in the red, Hadley in the blue.
A 10-second clapper ready to go, of course. And then it's rubbing overhead.
Just launching, throwing down.
Well done.
Great into a great bout with those two young boxers.
See the power too with Hadley. You know, he's throwing them with venomous intentions near the end. Let's see how the judges score this one.
No, I'm just going to do
Paul McSherry to the ring,
what
please.
John Mackay said. You can always tell by the trainers if you feel them. The way that Hadley McDougal's camp came flying up, I think they may think they've got an advantage on this one. As you say, we're up the top into the balconies here. They're closer to the action.
Great fight, well worthy of a final. Loved the aggression and display from both fighters there in the end. What a fight.
I'll head down to Vinny and he...
We have a decision. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, representing Hawke's Bay Boxing Association, Hadley McDougal.
I think I'm going to try and John
Presenting the medals
Mackay's
is Paul
angle of doing
McSherry.
things instead
Paul
of
is the president of the Auckland Boxing
keep an eye on the
Association.
trainers.
No, that's a good call. And you can tell, you know, you look at the fighter, you know, how he's looking, how he's feeling. But you're right, the look on the coaches or the guys in the corners, sometimes a dead
Please
giveaway.
put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for both boxers. Thank you.